is a Fox 17 winter weather alert.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 6:43. Let's get moving. We're going to start talking about tumbling temperatures. We're already seeing that off in the northern and northwestern sections of the viewing area. At last check, we're still sitting at 30 in GR, but I have not stepped outside in the past the 15, 20 minutes. Perhaps we're already beginning to fall off. I think we're near 25 or so at 7 a.m. If we're not there at 7 a.m., it'll be shortly thereafter. And we're falling into the teens by noontime. And this may be underestimating it. It could be more like 15, 16, something like that at 4 o'clock, and wind chills will be down around zero with north to northwest winds today, picking up the pace and blowing at about 10 to 25 miles per hour, but not quite yet. It is still a little ways off, and it will be blowing in along with some additional snow showers. Obviously, if you've looked outside, if you've been outside, we have not been hit with some colossal snowstorm. Gotten about an inch in GR, and a lot of that has been melting on the pavement because the temps in the overnight ever since late yesterday evening have been around 30 degrees. There's a lot of chemicals, a lot of salt already on the roads, working effectively. However, there is an Arctic boundary slipping southward, and you can sort of see where it is, getting very near Grand Rapids, because right behind it, that's where there's an increase in the snow shower activity over Muskegon County, Oceana, working over towards Newaygo, and those snow showers will be expanding in coverage southward. So I think our visibilities are going to be decreasing. I'm not looking for a great amount of snow to fall today, but on the order of an inch, inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. For some spots, it will fall into air that is increasingly cold. So it is easily going to be accumulating and causing very slippery conditions, even within the next hour to two and stretching beyond. So if you go out there right now, you're thinking, well, it's just kind of melting. Temps aren't that bad. It can become dangerous on those roads in short order. Future Track HD, we're starting to see a little bit better coverage of the snow showers between now and probably 9, 10 o'clock. So it may look a little bit ominous for a stretch, but then we'll start to break it up into just lighter snow showers and flurries this afternoon. And by the time we get to 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, really not much more than a few flurries for most of us. However, around that time, that's when these northerly winds are going to be starting to create and assemble these lake effect snow squalls coming off of Lake Michigan. Of course, if you've lived along the lake shore for any length of time, you know how this works. On the backside of low pressure, you bring down an Arctic air mass and you bring in snow showers and snow squalls. And it does look like from Muskegon County southward into, I'd say particularly Ottawa, and then getting into Allegan and Van Buren and northern Berrien counties, there could be localized accumulations of 3, 4, 5 inches coming this evening and into the early overnight. By the time we get to the late morning and afternoon hours on Friday, we've still got a lot of clouds, few flurries around, but we're really tapering back the accumulations. This is for the entirety of the system going back to yesterday evening. Likely a couple inches total in GR. We've already gotten about an inch, so we'll throw down another inch, inch and a half on top of that. But again, the snow that is to come is going to be the more dangerous snow because the temps are falling off and the roadways will become more slippery. There's that band of 3 to 6 total in the lake effect snow zone off to the south and west of GR. Temperatures, they are slipping, and look at this reservoir of air that we are tugging our air from. It is bone chilling. Minus 10 to minus 25 I'm seeing in North Dakota and northern Minnesota. We won't get nearly that cold, not even our wind chills, but I do think our wind chills will go sub-zero by this evening and into early tomorrow morning. Here we are, a wind chill of 6 now in Fremont over to Big Rapids versus the upper 20s to near 30 degrees in GR. That is by this evening, feeling like about 0 as you're driving home from work. So the arrow down, we've already had our high today. We'll be falling into the afternoon. But as I've talked about a whole bunch of times this week, yes, it's cold tomorrow. Yes, it's cold to start off on Saturday. Look at those overnight lows in the single digits. The temps respond. This mild pattern of winter 2019-2020 does continue. We're back into the 30s early next week.